It can be done, and this man is proof how he went from unhealthy to healthy. And wants to help you. Plus, a look at some of the biggest mistakes that we make when we make the New Year's resolution to lose weight.
Technology is moving so fast it can make your head spin. How do you keep up with all the latest gadgets? Well, we get a look ahead at what's coming up next with a report from the 2013 Consumer Electronics Show. For nearly 40 years, actress Jane Seymour has had an extremely successful career in movies, TV, and on stage, and today she's on Delmarva Life to fill us in on her latest project.
And 1 year, can you believe it? What a year it's been for Delmarva Life, too. A look back at life at its best here on Delmarva. Delmarva Life starts right now.
Good afternoon, I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Life from historic Studio D.
And it's hard to believe we are reaching that 1 year mark. Just amazing.
It is. I mean, we were astounded when we had 100 episodes.
I know,
and we're well past 200 now.
Yeah. And here we are back after the holidays. Did you have a good holiday?
Oh, it was terrific. How was yours?
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah? But excited to be back and talk about what's going on Delmarva.
And there's a lot.
There's a lot. But we want to start off with football, believe it or not.
What
a day of football it was yesterday. Actually, the whole weekend. The Ravens took on the Colts in what many called, well, I shouldn't say many called, somebody called it the Mayflower Bowl.
Okay, you had to explain to me why it was called the Mayflower Bowl.
Because in 1984, when the Indianapolis Colts packed up and moved
in the middle of the night,
they packed up everything in a Mayflower moving truck. So it was also Ravens Ray Lewis's last home game, and Baltimore beat the Colts 24-9.
Well, Redskins, quite the weekend, came out of the gate running against the Seahawks, a second half rally, and RG3's knee finally gave out, gave the Seahawks the win, 24-14. The Packers are going to play San Francisco Saturday. Houston, Texas beat the Cincinnati Bengals 19-13. They'll play at New England on Sunday.
I tell you, I love this time of year.
It's a good time. And are you a hockey fan by any chance?
No, I'm not.
I know my grandkids are. Love it. Well,
really?
The good news for them is on the 113th day of a management lockout, 5 days before the National Hockey League's deadline for a deal, it turns out the Bleary-Eyed Sides have announced there will be a season after all. Bitter dispute that wiped out a large part of the hockey season for the third time in less than 2 decades, and there's a lot of people unhappy about this. The league and the union have announced that there will be a shortened season. Don't know if it's going to be 48 games, 50 games, or what. But I heard this morning that a lot of fans are so upset with this, they're just going to boycott the season.
Well, you know, I don't watch hockey. I've never been to a hockey game before, but what I hear about the NHL, first of all, they fight when they play hockey. I know that.
I thought they played hockey when they fought. So
yeah,
there
right,
we go.
Something
Anyway.
like that. But I mean, it just seems like they're always on strike, or they're
always something.
There's always something.
There's always trouble.
I don't know. I guess I can understand. Hey, let's talk about summer in Ocean City.
Okay, I always like that in January.
You know, Rodney, the lifeguard, is making a comeback for next summer.
There he is.
Actor Blake Adams, seen there, will reprise his role as an Ocean City lifeguard. Donna Abbott said last summer the Chamber of Commerce had a cutout of Rodney on display, and a lot of people stopped by to have their picture taken beside it.
With the cutout?
Yeah, the cutout of Rodney. Adams also had people lining up for a picture with him at Camden Yards in Baltimore for a sellout crowd watching the Orioles play the Washington Nationals. So obviously people have latched onto it. They like it.
Very successful campaign.
Yeah.
Done a lot of good. Done a lot of good. Talking about Ocean City, well, not specifically about Ocean City, but if you like to fish, since we started talking about summertime, just to let you know, Leonard's Mill Pond and Coburn Mill Pond in Wycomico County, you're going to fish someplace else for a little bit. There's no fishing there through February 15th. What they're doing is they're lowering the water levels at those two ponds. Wycomico Rec and Parks say this isn't going to affect the spawning season, so the fish are going to be okay. But what it'll do, it'll allow the homeowners that are around the two ponds maintain their property, check their docks, fix anything, repair anything, put something in if they want to. Now, if you want to know more about it, you can find the link on delmarvalife.com to Park and Recs, and they'll be able to explain all of it to you.
And if you want to go fishing, black sea bass are open to recreational fishermen through the end of February. I guess they had a vote, the Atlantic States Marine Fisheries Commission, they had a vote last month, and it states the daily bag limit is 15 fish, and they've got to be at least 12.5 inches long.
But you can go get them.
But you can go get them.
Go get your black sea bass. Can we affectionately refer to this as the George Jackson Bridge? We talk about the Dover Bridge all the time.
Yeah.
George Jackson has been trying for how many years now?
Many years.
To get the state to replace this bridge right here. Well, it's still working on that. That hadn't happened yet. But for now, the State Highway Administration says they are going to do some maintenance work on it tomorrow during the day. Contractor's going to come in and examine everything. They say that occasionally they'll have to close the bridge, but it's not going to take any longer when they close the bridge than it normally would as if a boat were going through. They got to grease the locks, they got to check the hydraulic oil, and they got to rotate the bridge. Sounds like a car. I don't know.
Correct me if I'm wrong. When that bridge is closed, it's quite a detour to get across the river.
It is huge detour. So yeah, that's. But if you usually go that way, yeah, we got to replace the bridge.
Yeah.
George is right.
But it's going to happen.
And we need to call it the George Jackson Bridge.
Well, let's start the campaign. Let's start the commission. You know, one thing I noticed about the holidays is you didn't give me a Christmas present.
I was afraid you'd re-gift it.
Then you should have.
I was going to give you the Dover Bridge, but I thought, nah, she wouldn't like it.
Okay, well, you're in luck because there just happens to be the perfect gift in Hebron.
Yes?
Yes. How about a fire truck?
You'd let me buy you a fire truck?
Buy me a fire truck.
Okay.
The Hebron Fire Department is selling 2 of their trucks because they've just gotten this one. Isn't that beautiful? That's a nice one. The new truck is active and in service, but is yet to be called into duty. So I guess that's good news there. But yeah, I know.
So they're selling the 2
they're
that
selling
that
the 2 that replaces.
Yeah.
No word on how much they cost or anything, but you know, you can look
But you'll
into
take
it.
one.
I'll take one. Why not?
I can see you coming to work in a fire truck. That would be awesome.
I just love to be
Lights,
different.
siren, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, by the way, the Women, Infant, and Children Food Assistance Program offices, there's one in Seaford, Shipley
WIC.
Center, WIC, the office is there. They're going to be closed this week. What they're doing is they are upgrading all their new data system, computers, the whole 9 yards there. So WIC in Seaford is going to be closed this week. They will be open again next week, Monday the 14th. Other WIC locations in the state, except for Newcastle County. There's one up in Newcastle County they're going to close too. But other WIC locations besides the one on Shipley in Seaford, they're fine. They're going to be open. No effect there. Just to let you know, the one in Seaford is going to be closed until next Monday.
Okay, good information. A lot of college students head back to school like next week, even the week after. My daughter, her classes started back today, which meant I paid her tuition on Friday. Nothing like waiting until the last minute.
Yeah.
And boy, am I so glad she has scholarships, because that's a lot of money. And if your child is getting ready to go to college, you might want to check this out. Delmarva Education Foundation is having a scholarship fair. It's an opportunity for students who are looking for ways to cover the cost of their education, whether it's college or through vocational training or even the military.
Right.
They can kind of hook up with the people they need to talk to them about getting scholarships and
there's
grants
a lot of them out there.
They're all out there. I mean, there's some that people don't know about. You got to kind of dig for them. So if you have a child that's getting ready to go to college, you want to go to the center at Salisbury this Saturday, January 12th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's the scholarship fair by the Delmarva Education Foundation.
Who wants to turn down free money?
No.
Never, ever.
Don't do that.
You know, Captain Willie used to always keep an eye on the bald eagles' nests around Delmarva. I absolutely loved when he would do that. Well, there is a couple of bald eagles that have become the newest reality stars from the state of Florida. They're named Ozzie and Harriet. Now, I don't know which one of the 2 this is. There's actually a live eagle cam that you can go online and watch this. This is from a little bit earlier. Ozzie and Harriet that's the couple that's in this nest, 60 feet off of the ground. The second eaglet, and I was hoping maybe move around here a little bit and we can see the 2 eaglets.
Yeah.
The second
there
one
he's moving.
hatched just Friday. Huge nest, 60 feet off the ground. If you look real close, you can see cars go by on the street. See, now I feel like he's looking at me. I don't want to say
Well, you
anything.
know what he's thinking? Do you ever get the feeling you're being watched?
Well, a real estate agent set up this camera, and if you want that link to actually watch the nest, you can get that link on delmarvalife.com and see what's going on there.
We're talking today about weight loss resolutions, losing weight, and other resolutions. And there's actually a app for that.
There's a big surprise, huh?
Yeah, really. It's called myfitness.com.
Yeah.
And actually, I have it here.
Oh, you have it?
I have it here. Anyway, after you log the food you've eaten and you exercise, it actually calculates the calories, fat, sugar, carb, sodium, and a load of other information, then constructs a personal plan Now, it's not the first app of its kind,
Right.
but Consumer Reports says it seems to be the most meticulous. And what I like about it is, you can't really see it, I guess, is if you have an iPad or an iPhone or
Yeah.
something, you can scan your food, the
Oh,
label
yeah.
of your food, and then it puts all that information in
So
there.
you don't have to individually enter
Put, the grams
carbs
of fat
and blah, blah,
things
blah.
like that. Yeah, so interesting app.
MyFitnessPal.
MyFitnessPal.com.
Ah, well, how about that? Well, it is like a technology extravaganza, from cell phones to smartphones to PCs to everything in between. The Consumer Electronics Show takes place this week in Las Vegas.
And the show is expected to be bigger than ever this year. Digital expert Andrew Felix has a preview.
And we've got some hot new consumer electronics items for you. First up, from Sound Industry and Marshall headphones. This is the Marshall Handwell. It's their anniversary edition. What this is a speaker system that will actually allow you to plug in via 3.5mm jack right on top, control the audio right here. Incredible sound pumping right out of here. So you'll want to check them out at soundindustries.com. Now next up, from a company called iWalk. This is their universal battery backup for iPads, laptops, everything. So if you're that traveling person, you need that power on the go, this is all you need to take. And like I said, it's going to charge up your laptop and your iPhone and all your other smartphone devices. Check them out, iWalk.com. Now next up, from a company called Rapoo, this is their 960 universal, let me say that, universal keyboard and mouse combo. Look how thin that is. Put that right on your desk, you'll never even know that's there. Move that right around, and it's Bluetooth capable. You got your optical mouse right here, put it in the battery, and you are all set to go. Like I said, link it up via Bluetooth and you're fine. Next up, from Satechi, this is their LED desk lamp. It's got 4 different settings right here, touch display, and what's cool is it actually will last you 40,000 hours. So there's no more changing bulbs or anything. You got 40,000 hours of light right here. So check them out, satechi.com. Now finally, we've talked about G-Form before. This is a great case for the iPhone 5. You'll see a working case. Got 3 layers of protection in here. It's actually been dropped from space. So you know if you've got this case and you drop it like that, you're gonna be safe. So we hope you guys enjoyed some of these great products here at CES. We've got a lot more coming up for you. We'll see you guys soon.
There you go, Jimmy.
Did he say that's been dropped from space?
Yes, he says they have it. If you drop it from space, it'll survive. Your iPhone will survive. So next time you're in space. By the way, we're
I'm
going to
be running right down to Wallop Science Center, guys. I need a ride.
We are going to be getting updates on what's going on at the Consumer Electronics Show all week. It's always a fun time out there. I've always wanted to go to that.
See what else we're dropping from space this week.
Well, still to come on Delmarva Life, going the distance to turn his life around. We introduced you to a man in Talbot County who went from unhealthy to healthy and lost, get this, 120 pounds in the process.
Wow.
How he made it happen, his biggest piece of advice, and how he's now paying it forward.
And maybe you too have resolved to get healthy. Well, PRMC is here to help us take that first step and to help us avoid some of our common mistakes.
And later, Delmarva Life celebrates its 1-year anniversary. What a ride it's been. We're going to take a look back in just a little bit. Delmarva Life, life at its best here on Delmarva.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and Mitsubishi dealers. And State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.